Up first is Indianapolis FOP Rick Snyder. Mr. Snyder, you will come forward, please.
Good evening. My name is Rick Snyder. I serve as the president of the Indianapolis Fraternal Order of Police. We rise today to say that we always welcome civilian engagement in providing community perspectives when formulating policies for community policing efforts. This, in fact, would be an excellent time and an opportunity to create a civilian advisory board for IMPD general orders. However, on behalf of our entire membership, and many in the public that we serve and communicate with daily, it is concerning that some counselors want to strip the legal authority of the Chief of Police to establish policy for the IMPD. We believe that this is a fundamental responsibility for the executive branch of local government, which carries out the responsibilities of policing for our city, and instead this proposal blurs the lines of accountability for such decisions. Such a proposal leaves the policies of the police department up to a politically appointed group. And as we just learned here tonight, we are creating a policy that will allow convicted felons to oversee and write the policy for the police department in lieu of other police officers or the family members of police officers. So allow me to be clear here tonight, Mr. Chairman, to the citizens of Indianapolis. This proposal is putting convicts over cops and their families. And it's making the mere fact that you happen to be related to a police officer an instance where it makes you a second-class citizen in this city. Furthermore, it is disheartening to see that this proposal, at such a critical time for our city, gives the appearance that some city-county councilors have lost faith in the current chief of police to effectively oversee policy and manage the police department. And as we have heard here tonight, sadly, our mayor seems to hold the same perspective on his appointed chief of police. Chief, I'm sorry that that has occurred. Change for the sake of change is not good public policy, Mr. Chairman. And as we heard from these corporate partners that we have in the city who we immensely respect, they said that they welcome enhanced civilian involvement, but I don't think they knew what they were signing on for of what we learned here tonight. And I trust that they don't believe in stripping the authority and oversight away from the chief of police for the police department. So hopefully we stand ready to find middle ground on this issue, but there are significant improvements that still need to be made that can allow all of us to achieve the ultimate goals that we mutually have, which is the safety of our community, enhancing the trust and respect, not just of the police department, but our police department to the community that we serve. We hold that very high in high esteem, but we've got to work together to do this. And to my knowledge, I'm not aware of any of these corporate partners that even took the time to reach out to our chief of police and our executive staff. I'm only aware of one that made the attempt to reach out to our organization to get the perspective of the law enforcement personnel we're talking about, who have the subject matter expertise on the laws of this city, state, and nation. So we welcome the civilian involvement. We just wish we could have had more of that before we got to this stage, and we hope that we can have it before this is eventually brought up for a final vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Snyder, and for your work with the men and women of the FOP and IMPD.